Hello and welcome back. I'm Evil Space Viking. Welcome back to Without Romance. Last time we were in Rin's apartment and the blonde-haired bimbo walked in. So here we go. We would like to have Risa and her family comfortable with us first. It may not be for another year. Rose. Rose was the blonde-haired bimbo's name. Do let us know once it's set. My parents and I would love to be there. We will surely send you an invitation. Great. I can't wait to see you in your wedding dress, Risa. Thank you. I'm sure you would look better in one. What the fuck? Don't put yourself down. She helps herself up. I'm not sure if that was on purpose, but that sounds like weirdly like the Chumbawamba song. Don't put yourself down. She helps herself up. Well then, I have to take my leave. Thanks for the visit, Rose. Take care on your way home. I will. Have a great day. She bows once more with a big smile and heads towards the door. She waves at the last minute before closing the door behind her. The once cheerful room goes quiet. Such a lively girl. She's always been. You two seem close. Ah, yes. Okay, I thought it was going to be like this motherfucker. She had kept me company every once in a while. Do you like her? That may have come out of my mouth without me thinking, but I'm curious. He looks at me puzzled for a few seconds before directing his stare outside. Does it look like it? The smile never left your face the entire time she was here. I don't know much about that, but maybe I am. What? What? He massages the bridge of his nose. What? Do you like her? I don't... Your smile never left your face. Wait, did I? Oh, nope, that's not the button. Okay, what do I do to go back? Give me the controls. Nope, don't care about that. Alright, whatever. Not important enough. Are you okay with this? He takes a sip of his tea, but it's obvious he's dodging the question. He gently places the cup back down on the table, playing with it, by tipping it just enough for the liquid to reach the edge of the rim. I'm sorry if I'm prying into your matters. You're his fiancée. It's fine. He continues to play with his half-full cup. Ooh. How much do you know about the Yamato family? I know about it being the most prestigious family. It doesn't look like that's the response he was waiting for. I tried to think of another answer. I know that your family values traditions a lot, staying true to the customs that have been passed down through the generations. I know that you prioritize the physical and mental wellness of your descendants above all else. I know that the firstborn gets to inherit everything that gets passed down to the next generation. Funny, isn't it? What is? That I get to inherit everything. I am the one to pass down the tradition to my children and so on. Even when I'm not even the firstborn? Whoa. I turned to him dumbfounded by the news I'm hearing for the first time. I'm not familiar with their family matters to begin with, but what I'm learning right now is not a small matter. The fact that I have not heard of it even as a rumor means almost no one outside their family knows about it. I have a brother, you see. Much older one. May I ask where he is now? Who knows? He cut all ties with us a long time ago. You see, he chose to stick with his selfish decision over his duties. He chose to be with the woman he loves against my parents. Selfish decision. Against our family's tradition. That's a novel-worthy story. It's the first time our bloodline that something like that has happened. Romantic, some would say, brave even. But I see neither of those. He's a disgrace, prioritizing his own emotions. Jesus Christ! Our tradition exists for a reason, and we kept our status because of it. I am my family's last chance. I won't ruin our tradition for some trivial emotions. He takes another sip. I am lost for words. Ren's devotion to his family has earned my utmost respect. The parts of me sides with his brother, like a lot of me sides with his brother. Look, I guess. If keeping your family traditions is that important. I don't think his brother's decision was wrong in any way. I have not experienced love yet myself, but that's not to say I don't understand it. The mere image of wanting to be with someone else warms my heart. It's beautiful. To be deprived of that because of your duties, that must be tough. As much as I would want to know the feeling firsthand, I'm not blessed with a person I feel strongly towards. But Ren, he knows that feeling and chooses to keep it to himself. Something's just not right. What do you feel about Rose? Do you want to spend time with her? It doesn't matter now. It still does. Your dedication to your family is impressive, and I can tell you've done a lot. You should be allowed to be selfish every once in a while, even if that's just to spend a little time with someone you're attracted to. Why is my fiancé asking me to spend time with another girl? Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with spending time with someone. Besides, I think my fiancé deserves happiness before the ring is in place. His hesitant gaze is right at me. I've still got a lot to learn around here, and the wedding is not for another year, as you said. Are you really sure about this? Fuck no, I'm not sure. Am I suggesting out of sympathy? Out of pity? Out of guilt? My gut tells me this is the right thing to do. Rose can give him something I probably will never be able to. I wouldn't be hurt to see him bereaved. I am. I insist. He lets a breeze out through his nose. I'll have her requested for another visit soon. Without much opposition from him, I get up and talk to Ruth to do just that. Rose had arranged to come visit again. After a few days, I made sure I'm here to greet her. Risa! Good afternoon. How are you today? Fantastic. You're looking adorable today. Why, thank you. I'm sorry to have you over at such short notice. Now mention it. Is there something wrong? I rest my cheek on my palm, pretending to be constructing my statement in my head. To tell you the truth, I've got a favor to ask. If it's anything I can do. I would like to help Ruth out around the house, and I would not have much time to spend with Ren. I noticed the other day that you're good friends with him, and was wondering if you'd be willing to keep him company from time to time. Oh. She looks at me as if waiting for a catch. Oh, absolutely. It would be an honor. Really? That would be wonderful. I'm sorry to have you involved in this. I just don't know anyone else. I know it's my responsibility and all. She takes a step closer towards me and holds my hand with both of hers. She likes him too. Don't worry, Risa. I have you covered. I've got plenty of time to spare now anyways. Great. I escorted her to Ren's study. Rose has come to visit, Ren. Ah, yes. Come in, Rose. That smile on his face at the back. I knew this was the right thing to do. Hope you don't mind me being here. I've just got nothing better to do. Not at all. I'd love to have you over. Must be tough being confined in your house on this lovely day. I'm behind work. I can't complain. What about you? The warm atmosphere doesn't take long to develop. My presence is just in the way of them. Well then, I'll have to excuse myself. While you're not joining us, I'm afraid I have to help Ruth out. Are you sure you don't have to? I would like to be of any help to her. Alright then. Don't overexert yourself. I'll be sure not to. Please enjoy your time together. They continue with their conversation where their conversation left off almost instantly. It's fun watching them chatter like kids left alone in the park. The study. I take my exit quietly as not to interrupt them, and I head next door where Ruth is. Hello, Madam Risa. I stop her just as she's about to stand and bow. It's fine. Don't be considerate of me. Oh. I can't do that, madam. I know, I'm just not used to being catered to. Perhaps you can make an exception? Understood, madam. I'd prefer being called by my name instead, but that might be too much to ask right away. At least she agrees not to lower her head every time she greets me. I say that's progress. Is there anything I can help you with? I have everything under control. I'm not going to say madam at the end of it. That makes me feel uncomfortable. I see. I am here if you happen to need a hand. I'd be happy to help, I insist. She keeps up her professional demeanor, but her slight body movements tells me she's still hesitant to give me anything to do. Well, can I at least take a seat here until you need me? By all means, madam. Please make yourself comfortable. I nod and take a seat on her small couch as she goes back to work. The room is surrounded by bookshelves housing a variety of books. Each looks more complicated than the last. Does she read all these after these for work records? Are you sure about this, Madam Risa? About what? Having Rose over for young Master Rin. I'm sure you've caught how he feels about her. You think Rin will change his mind? Master Rin would not oppose his parents' pick. I'm afraid it is you who might change your mind, madam. Fuck. When that happens, the Yamato would pick the next in line in the selection. That person happens to be the one Master Rin is with right now. Oh, that's actually really good. So Rose is the second choice. It must have been a close match. I'm not sure why Ruth thinks I would change my mind, however. Is that so? I can tell you I don't plan to change my mind at all. What? Why? Why? You just... What? I'm just letting them spend time with each other. What the fuck? Understand? What? I'm so lost. She's like, oh, I'm trying to do the right thing. You know, I'm not going to change my mind. I'm marrying him. What is happening? You just found out she's a second. What is going on? Are you sure you don't need any help with anything right now? I am just organizing Young Master Rin's month as much as I can right now. Understood. That reminds me. What does Rin work on anyways? Young Master is a statistical analyst. Ooh, I see. Sounds complicated. He has always had a strong affinity with numbers. He's only still young, but it won't be long until his parents' friends would start consulting him professionally. At such a young age, is that the family business of Yamato's? It is not. Is that so? I would have guessed they're all passing down a single profitable family business. I'm afraid they don't have such a thing as a family business. It's a weird sentence to read. It's a very normal sentence, but it threw me off. The Yamato family operates under a single simple statement: Family Freedom Fund. Each member of the family is free to pursue what they're passionate about. What if someone wants to do nothing? And they would do just that. That won't be very profitable, would it? How are they able to hold their status for such a long time if such is the case? The answer to that is simple yet complicated to explain. Well, then don't bother. To keep it short, due to their basic needs of being already met, they are able to focus on doing what they like. If it happens to gather them money, they wouldn't need it for themselves and would instead pass it down to their children and make sure they live comfortable lives. And the cycle essentially continues. This is why it's important to them that they produce healthy offspring. I see. I can't say I fully understand it, but somehow it all makes sense. Since you are now a part of the family, same goes for you. You are free to pursue anything you want. I haven't thought much about what I want to do. I was under the impression that I would be helping around. Of course not, madam. Well, until I figured it out, that's what I'll do. Understood. Turns out there's a lot I still need to learn about the Yamato family. Being with Ruth somehow makes me more comfortable than with Rin. The conversation dies down and the eyes go back to wandering around the room. Could I perhaps bring you something to drink? Ah, don't worry, I can help myself. I stand up and head to the exit. I happen to pass by Ren's room, but I can't help but stop and watch how much fun they're having. Sitting at the corner of the room with such a nice view, I crack a small, hidden smile, proud of what I'd done for Ren. It was definitely a good idea. I leave them alone for the entire day. Rose starts coming over almost every day, leaving just before the afternoon ends. Every day, without fail. Each day she visits, it seems like they have new stories to share. It's amazing. Imagine if they spent every day like this, unending smiles and laughters. They look so cute together. They're almost made for each other. Then why don't you get out of the way, Risa? Crap. I wonder how Rose feels about Ren. She was a candidate, so I'm sure it has crossed her mind. I'm sure she was prepared to develop feelings for him if she hadn't already. Something I didn't do. If it weren't for me. Yep. I shake the thought out of my head. Why? In the next few days, no few weeks, I've preoccupied my time with helping Ruth out, leaving Ren and Rose almost undisturbed. I even sound like I'm running. Frantic footsteps ring out down the hallway, their owner flying from one room to the next. A quick glance at her wrist brings a subtle frown to her face. Ruth? Ren's attendant turns to face me, her worry dissipating in the blink of an eye. If I hadn't just seen it for myself, I would have never guessed anything was wrong. Oh, Risa, how good to see you. You've caught me at a difficult time. You didn't happen to pass Sir Ren on your way in, did you? I shake my head. What's the matter? Is there something I can do? A moment of hesitation and another glance at her watch is all it takes. If you would be so kind, it's not so terribly pressing. Only some papers need to be signed, but I have my own schedule to keep. Shall I find them for you? Relief wells in Ruth's eyes, but never cracks her composed visage. I don't know. Professional to a fault, but nothing short of excellent in her work. No wonder she's by Ren's side. But then what of me? I'll leave you to it then, Risa. She wastes no time in dashing off, a quick bow offered in parting. What idle thoughts I had were scattered. Where would Rin be at a time like this? If it's Rin, it's hardly a question. The first port of call would be his study, and with the sun high in the sky, it would be quite the sight. I stride towards the study, bouncing with every step. Maybe I'm getting to know him better than I thought. Muffled voices reach my ears down the hallway. One clearly Rin, but the other, he sounds happy. And as indifferent as I am to my future husband, a smile creases in my face. Everybody deserves some joy in life. I slide up the door, peeking through the gap. Inside, a pair of figures shine with a light, deep warmth embracing them. Are you sure you have time for me now, Rin? Last I visited, you told me your schedule. Nothing that can't wait, Rose. You need to see me, didn't you? There it is. The warm tone that I've never been given. The tone tinged with sadness. The atmosphere is heavy enough to root me into the spot outside. Though Ruth has trusted me to find Rin, I feel in my heart I should. No, I mustn't step in. It's been a while since we enjoyed the sun like this, hasn't it? About 2 years. It feels so long ago, yet like only yesterday. Rin, her golden locks bounce as she spins on her companion. His eyes widen as rays of light set her aglow. I don't dare breathe. The deathly silence that hangs in the air as she calls out his name smothers all. Are you happy like this? He looks past Rose, avoiding her gaze. I always enjoy these evenings, Rin. His gaze is pulled back to her unwavering eyes. How many more evenings like this might we have? As things are, it won't last forever. Rose steps closer. I'm happy for you, Rin. You found somebody who can share your burden. Rose. Does she make you happy? No, she fucking doesn't. Rin's gaze drops. She's what's best for the Yamato family. There, see? That's all we needed. What I desire doesn't matter. No. What, you're second in line. Just fucking bail. I won't become my brother. Don't talk like that. Rose snaps back at him, his gaze shooting back to meet hers. You might not think there's more to life than your family, Rin, but don't sacrifice yourself. Then what am I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like having your older brother walk out on you. To hear his decision to elope as he looks you dead in the eye. For the first time in my life, I hear Rin raise his voice and flinch. Yet the girl before him stands strong, taking on his rage. Do you know what his eyes told me? Sorry, with not quotes. He made it clear to me, and there I'd lost. He sacrificed my future, our future, so he could live his own. Rose's eyes widen. I'm sorry, Rin. For what? None of this is your fault, Rose. I really blew it, didn't I? If I had won this election... But you didn't. Oh, Jesus Christ. No amount of regret will change that now. Rin's voice strains as he forces out the words he doesn't want to say. Hey, Rin? Yes, Rose? Can you see us standing here just like this in 10 years? In 30? We couldn't. The head of the Yamato is entertaining a former candidate in private for so many years? It would be scandalous. Not if I wasn't a former candidate. She steps closer, closing what little distance still remains between them. I'm sure I wouldn't make a bad wife. My throat runs dry as I refuse to swallow, lest I make a sound. Should I interrupt? No, absolutely not. If I don't, then what becomes of me, of my family? But what of Rose? I find myself mouthing traitorous words. If only I backed down, Rose would be able to take my place. Exactly. Stuck in limbo, I find myself unable to call out, unable to walk away. Truly how pathetic I am. No, it's no response, I'm sure. I gave my word to my family, Teresa. To not follow through would be a shame upon the Yamatos, I know. Rose takes a deep breath, drawing her shoulders back. I've always known your pride would come first, but somehow I found myself drawn to that side of you too. Say, Rin. She stretches out a hand, gently grasps Rin's arm. His own fingers reach for hers, they but curl away. What is it, Rose? Can I ask you for one last favor? Of course. Shit. No, shit! With eyes closed, she leans into Rin until her lips meet his. And yet I feel not an ounce of jealousy, no desire. The pair remain for what feels like a lifetime. So slowly do mere seconds pass before my eyes. And then a cold shiver shoots down my spine. Rose opens her eyes, meeting mine. How long had she known? Had Rin known? My head spinning and my pulse races. What the fuck? But as if nothing happened, Rin closes her eyes once more in the final moment her embrace with Rin. What is going on? As she draws away, I can't see her friend follows. Part of me doesn't want to know. They finally separate, Rose taking 3 steps back. Now that conflicts me. Does she actually like him? Like, cause why would she give a shit if I was there or not? Neither dare make a sound lest they break the spell. There is only one recourse. Giving them a few moments, I pick myself up. Okay, Risa, you've got this. You say that out loud, and I enter the room. Oh, Ren, you were hiding here after all. Ruth sent me to attend my duties, I'm aware. And it would be best I don't keep her. Thank you, Risa. With heavy words, Ren walks from the room. I watch him leave, my back turned to the girl who just spilled her heart out. Da-da-da. Words abandon me as Ren vanishes beyond the doorway. Her whisper fills the room. That must have given you quite the show. Interesting. I didn't want to interrupt the two of you. How thoughtful. Her eyes are distant, looking somewhere far away to something beyond her reach. Why is she? What the fuck? A long, tired sigh escapes her lips. Gazing at them only reminds me of their embrace. To be honest with you, Riza, yeah? This is my first time meeting a voyeur? Sure. My heart really started racing when I saw you. I can't help but worry you might have awakened something. Can we hurry up and put this behind us? I'm not particularly proud of it, you know. Oh, God. My brows together, but Rose only chuckles at my frustration when her eyes first met mine through the doorway. I could have sworn fire burned in his eyes, but the way she spoke, you weren't angry at me for spying on you? Angry? The churning in my stomach makes me wait for her words, stretched on and on. Is she doing it to me on purpose? I say forgive and forget. Alright, that's good. There are worse things to worry about in life, and I'm sure I'd have done the same. I breathe a sigh of relief, only to hear that trademark giggle. I don't think we've ever had much of a chat before, have we? For all the time we spend around one another, it amazes me. I think back on the days we spent skittering around Yamato Estate. Despite me being Rin's fiancé, Rose had dominated his time. I barely had a chance to even offer my greetings, let alone have a leisurely talk. I think you're right. How odd. Isn't it? I couldn't help but smile at the idle chatter, warmth slowly returning to the room. What do you do for fun, Risa? I've been trying gardening lately myself, but I'm loath to admit, but I think my name is closest I'll get to that talent. I enjoy that. I choke back a laugh, but not well enough for Rose's keen eyes, a grin breaching her face. That's a surprise. I'd have thought you'd be a natural. If only, I'm sure you're a magnificent gardener. Gardening, huh? My eyes turned to Ren's garden. With not so much a single leaf out of place, I can't even begin to imagine the work that goes into maintaining it. Rose tilts her head softly to one side, regarding me curiously. You've never tried? I've never had the chance. Our mom doesn't have a garden, after all. Oh, I see. It's quite a shame. Although before long, I'm sure you could have an entire field to yourself if you wished. Lucky. Rose's lips twisted into a wry smirk. There's a lot of luck in this world, and if it finds me or my family, I'd be a fool to refuse it. Well, it certainly seems like you'll all be living a good life. How nice it will be. My body stiffens, the fire's back, burning inside her eyes as fiercely as before. I clench my fists until my knuckles turn white, fighting to hold what courage I can muster. I could want nothing more than warmth for the parents who gave me everything. My, how touching. It really brings a tear to the eye. Man, it sounds sarcastic as fuck. Rose dabbed at the corner of her eye, dry as a bone. What the fuck? Do you stop to think what it costs along the way, Risa? To be chosen by the Yamatos despite your humble roots, it's nothing short of fantasy. To meet your prince for it to be love at first sight. Oh wait, it's not quite right, is it? Rose, I guess my future with Rin just wasn't meant to be. Hey, what the, yeah, I can understand her being angry. My mouth runs dry. What can I say? She's a necessary casualty, she'll find somebody. Yeah, why am I just being a dick? Or not me. What? I just put myself in the place of Risa. Why is Risa just being a dick? I don't think I like seeing you two apart. Rose's eyes twitch. And yet you still toss us aside. What, for money? There's plenty of money in the world, but only so many soulmates. Don't you see that? Pain flares up in my hand, my nails digging into my skin. She's not wrong. In fact, if anybody is in the wrong, it's me for being so selfish. Y'all? For asking so much, and yet I won't apologize. You're sacrificing Rin's future for your own. Doesn't that bother you? Don't doom Rin to a loveless life when you're nothing but a gold digger. Yeah? I feel a punch to my gut with her trailing words. She's right. For the sake of my family, I would sacrifice Rin's love with Rose 100 times over. If it means having money for a good life, there's nothing I won't do. And yet part of me knows I'm being greedy. Well, I mean, the whole party, all of you should know you're being greedy. Greedy. Ugh. No matter how much my heart might waver, I won't falter. Some chances are too precious to let slip by. A bang shoots out as the door flies open. The doorway stands, Rin, his eyes trained on the ground between us. You're back. That didn't take long. With my words, I unwittingly undo the magic that had bound him to that spot. His eyes regaining focus, he strides towards Rose. No, surely. Rin, wait. I shoot out a hand that slips by too quickly until... Oh my god! He slapped the shit out of her. And that's where we're gonna end it. Watch next time.